Today is Wednesday, February 12th, 2020. I'm Devin Poutere. It's getting hard to park cruise ships.
And I'm Mr. Allen. SpaceX put a beat down on Boeing in the space race. News is next.
Heads up, the Valentine's dance has been canceled due to lack of interest. However, next Friday, Social Dance is hosting a masquerade ball. This is a combo event of performance and dance. The dance will run 7 to 9:30 p.m. and the mini show will be at 8 p.m. Any friends or family that would like to attend may purchase a $5 ticket, which will be sold at lunch. Dress code for the evening will be semi-formal to formal and mask required. Mrs. Whitmore and Social Dance can help you with a dress and a mask if you need it. This is a big event for dance performers, so come on down and have some fun.
By the way, you get to see Poutere. He's gonna dance his little legs off. It's gonna be spectacular. Today, Columbia Wrestling's Peyton Lanningham signed her letter of intent to continue her schooling and wrestling at the post-secondary level at Eastern Oregon University. Congratulations, Peyton. This is a big deal for our women's wrestling program. Nicely done to all our women's wrestlers.
Open gym for track and field has started on the track above the gym after school from 3 to 4 p.m. Mondays through Thursdays. Got questions? See Coach Collins in room A122.
Imagine if you lived in a town where you couldn't dance, not because you got no interest, but because you just couldn't do it. Spotlight Theater presents the musical Footloose. This is a true story, actually, based on Mr. Diplock's life. It'll be on March 5th, 6th, and 7th. Tickets are $10 for students, $12 for general admission. Come on down, watch your fellow Wildcats shake it for teen freedom.
Jamari Walker will be back with Life at Columbia next week, so if you were interviewers by him, don't worry. You'll get to see yourself next Wednesday. Now it's time to get your fill. Today, Mr. Diplock is going to sign songs and dance. Wait. Maybe not. He forgot his tap shoes. Oh well, roll tape.
Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Fill of the Week. Thank you for joining us yet again.
You're welcome.
So last week when I came to talk to you, you mentioned how vaping has become an increased problem. So have you, as an administrator, seen an increase in vaping in the last several years?
I've seen more vaping than I have like cigarettes, which were kind of the old school thing. So the vaping is the new school, right? And I think most high school students realize or know a lot about it.
And what have you heard, both from your colleagues in the district and otherwise, on how we can counter this growing problem?
Really, it's an educational thing of educating kids. Again, I go back to my day, or maybe 15 years ago, where cigarettes were something, and then again, if you got caught smoking on campus, you received a tobacco ticket. Similar to vaping. With vaping, you do get suspended for vaping. You end up having to take. We try to encourage, and we actually make most students take a class to educate. So more than anything else, to realize the possible damage that is going on and can happen.
Yeah. So with the new nicotine laws and increasing the age requirement to 21, could anything legal come into play?
Yes, and it has in the past. Officer Workman works with the families, but there's usually a ticket for vaping on the school grounds. And then again, depending on that's the difference with a vape compared to a cigarette, right? A vape can contain straight just nicotine. Juices, or it can also, what we see a lot of is probably half of the vapes that I've had this year have had marijuana in it. So again, you're looking at getting arrested and fined, and then loss of time from being in school.
So when it comes to countering these kind of issues on campuses, have any of the programs or even just discussing with students been successful in reduction? Or
I think, and I can share something, last week a student came to me after he had gone to his first session. So we work with Southwest District Health, and actually the instructor is our cheer coach. So that's what she does outside of school. And so I had a student after his first session say, you know what, this was awesome, because now I'm going to go talk to my mom about smoking, because it is smoking cigarettes and vaping and that combination. So yeah, it really is, right? I mean, we can sit and I can suspend you and send you home for a couple days, but to see the effects and to learn about what it's doing to bodies and what they still don't know that it's doing with vaping, it's been very beneficial.
yeah. So do you have any other comments or any other changes we will see on campus to counter that in the coming years?
I think my biggest comment, concern, and I talk to the kids that I've been dealing with this because research is shown around the country. I was reading an article and I print them. I actually give them to the student that what they are seeing with vaping is they have kids who have tried it one time and it has basically imploded their lungs. What that's telling the medical field is they don't know exactly what's going on, what's being ingested into the lung, and how that's reacting. It is scary. I don't want Columbia High School to have a student who vapes in the bathroom and then doesn't wake up. So as like I said, as the people that take care of you guys and we want to, that's a major concern. So I think most kids, this is another thing, this is my opinion, but talking with students, is they think it's cool.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down and talking to us about this, especially something to this serious of a caliber. So
Definitely is. Most of this stuff and these conversations are fun, but this one is, I'm hoping that people listen and ask questions, right, and educate themselves before they make a mistake that could be costly. Yeah.
And as always, if students have questions, they can come talk to you at any
please.
time.
Yes, anytime. Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Diplock.
All right, you bet. Thank you.
Today's weather is brought to you by Dr. Kim Keller. Smile is your first impression. Make yours a great one. See Dr. Keller today. Today's weather is going to be a high of 48 and a low of 25, and tomorrow's weather is going to be a high of 49 and a low of 30. Back to you, Mr. Allen.
Yeah, it was a good-looking dog in that spot, wasn't it? By the way, Nitro likes to eat anything he can find. Don't leave your garbage on the ground. Now, it's easy to get on a cruise ship. The trick is getting off. Cambodia came to the rescue of passengers aboard Holland America's MS Westerdam on Wednesday, granting the ship permission to disembark on Thursday. All approvals have been received, and we are extremely grateful to the Cambodian authorities for their support, the cruise line said in a release provided to USA Today. Their ship departed Hong Kong February 1st and was originally scheduled to disembark in Shanghai on Saturday before the coronavirus gripped mainland China and forced itinerary changes. It was turned away from multiple other disembarkment points, despite the cruise line's assertion that there were no known cases among MS Westerdam's 1,400 passengers and 800 crew. How do you avoid a coronavirus? Oh wait, I'm reading his stuff. Go to the other camera.
How do you avoid the coronavirus? How about going to outer space? There's a plan for 2 lucky astronauts. The working date for SpaceX's Demo 2 launch is May 7th. This flight marks a return to manned space flight by the U.S. The launch date is fluid and mission may move to late April or push later into May depending on a number of variables. No final decision yet on duration. This will mean that Seattle-based Boeing, who was the major supplier getting America to the moon, will lose the race to return to space. The duration of the flight and whether it will dock with the ISS is still under discussion.
The ATC word of the day is boon, which means a timely benefit, a blessing. You could use it like this. When Zion transferred into the high school, it was a boon. It was a boon for the basketball program. By the way, I might add, cool that we're going to space again. Mm-hmm. You guys have not, in your living memory, I think, seen a U.S. Launch of a spacecraft.
There's been a couple, but not
yeah,
one to
like I said, the space shuttle quit 11 years ago, so you would have been, what, 6? Either way, thanks for watching. That's the news. Remember, live the Wildcat way.